Adults of Reddit, what is something every teenager should know about the real world? During high school, learning how to learn is more important than anything you are actually learning. Friendships take maintenance. For better or for worse, confidence opens as many doors as competence. People lie. Just because they're an adult doesn't mean they always tell the truth. Life never settles down. If something is important to you, then you should get to it ASAP. You know how sometimes you think to yourself, when I'm an adult and have my own place, I'll be able to do whatever I want? Make sure whatever you want includes doing the dishes. Everything is expensive when you move out. $1,000 is a lot to owe but not a lot to have. Comparison is the thief of joy. You can work hard and do all the right things and it doesn't guarantee success. You can be the kindest, best person for others, and they can still betray you. But that doesn't mean you should not be kind and work hard. That sometimes you will only have yourself to rely on. Having a goal and a plan in life doesn't automatically mean it's going to work out, especially if you don't come from money. It's okay to fail. This world is kind of fucked up, and it's not always your fault. Don't worry about not having the respect of people you don't respect. You are the main character in your story, but you are not even an afterthought to 7 billion people. Edit, 8 billion people, damn. Your job sees you as replaceable. Look out for yourself and your family. Your job is not everything, but it will feel like it is. Make sure that if you don't like where you are, that you change it. Don't be miserable at a job because it pays well. What feels like an orgasm but isn't an orgasm? Having someone else scratch your back. Getting a dried up monstrous booger out of your nose and finally being able to breathe again. Finally peeing when you really need to go. Scratching an itch just right. When you finally lay down after a long day and all the muscles in your back relax at once. When you're sick with a bad head cold, and your nose is completely blocked on both sides, and there's so much inflammation it feels hot within. Then, when the combination of meds and anatomical adjustments hit that sweet spot and one nostril spontaneously unblocks as you feel the pressure gradient change and cool air rushes in for the first time in hours. Waking up thinking you gotta go to work, but then realize you have the day off, and then going back to sleep. Popping your back just right so that it feels like your soul leaves your body. Farting out your stomach ache. When you're listening to a fantastic new song or an old song just hits just right and it sends involuntary tingles through your whole body. Running a poison ivy rash under nearly scalding hot water. It's painful and orgasmic at once, and it stops the itching for a while. Edit, glad everyone is as into weird burnt rash orgasms as much as I am. Thanks for all the stimulating conversation. Drinking water when you're thirsty as fuck. The water in my ear finally coming out, nice and warm. Working a stuck popcorn kernel skin/shell out of being stuck between your teeth and gums. Pooping in your own toilet after a long vacation. How do you deal with loneliness? Maladaptive daydreaming. For me, I learned to be my own company. At a certain point, I was using other people to get me to go and do things. Meet up for lunch. Let's go see a movie. We can go explore a new place together. Eventually, I figured out the loneliness looks a lot like boredom. I felt bad by myself because I never did anything. Once I learned to flip that, I would go and do things with myself as company all the time. Then things got really fun. As naturally happens, that's when I started to find myself in the company of like-minded individuals. These days, I don't get as much time with myself as I would like, and honestly, I miss it a little bit. I don't. It's crushing right now and I just want to crawl out of my own skin. I got a bunny. The bunny didn't like me, so I got a second bunny. That bunny was nicer. And made the first bunny nicer. So the answer is redundant bunnies. Educational videos/podcasts. Cooking. Journaling. If I'm alone, then I'd like to work on improving the only person I'm in contact with, me. I suffer in silence. Music. All day. I take myself out on dates. Fancy dinners are surprisingly affordable for one person. It'll usually be like $80 to $100 that I'll spend on myself for dinner and a cocktail or two at a super upscale restaurant. I don't need to spend money, though. Just going to a park or fair, maybe a cheap movie, with the idea of taking yourself on a date is very nice. My girlfriend left me. Gym is the answer for me to deal with loneliness. I live with it. Nothing I really can do. Exercise, meditation, proper sleep schedule and steady diet along with healthy hobbies and fun projects. Or drugs and alcohol. Masturbation and illegal drugs.